Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. And today we got Sam Monson from PFF. We got his mock, so we're going to go ahead, take a look at his perspective on things. But if you didn't know, now you know. Senior Bowl content, it's on the channel, and it's going to still keep coming. And I also got some stuff on the NFL PA Collegiate Bowl. I'm going to have East-West Shrine Bowl tomorrow. And yeah, I'm actually currently waiting for my my Senior Bowl video to upload, so you kind of now know when everything's going on. But let's go ahead and get into this sucker. Did I say the whole what's crack-a-lackin'? You already know it's Broshmo. Let's do this sucker. All right. And with the first pick of the draft, we got Evan Neal going to the Jags. This has been one I'm on right now. Of course, you can't really go wrong, I think, with either Aiden Hutchinson or KT. But Evan Neal, I like the idea. Hey, go ahead, protect your investment. Cam Robinson, he's a free agent. He's got Walker Little. You're hoping Jawan Taylor maybe has some sort of breakout in year 4. Can't bet on that. So grabbing Evan Neal, I think it makes a ton of sense. I don't disagree. I imagine this one's Aiden Hutchinson going to Detroit, hometown. Oh, look, I already jumped to Houston Texans pick. I mean, honestly, I've kind of talked about ad nauseum Detroit going to Aiden Hutchinson if the Jaguars don't take him with the first overall pick. Aiden Hutchinson had a phenomenal year. My dog wants to come in here and get some loving. Come here, bud. There you go, Joe. Oh, but yeah, you know I've talked about Aiden Hutchinson so much. To Detroit, hometown boy, good locker room leader. So, yeah, no, he had a phenomenal year. I think he's going to test out great. If we're led to believe everything Bruce Feldman said about him is true. But Houston Texans going Kyle Hamilton. There's a good chance, even with KT on the board, Kyle Hamilton might be the #1 overall prospect for some people. But if you're not taking positional value, okay, you're going to hit my water butt. Are you okay? Yeah, he's fine. But Kyle Hamilton, might be #1 for some people if you're not taking positional value into account. If you do, and he's still your #1, I think you're being dishonest with yourself. Houston Texans, I think they need to go with a position that matters, and a position of value. KT, he does fill that requirement. So I like Kyle Hamilton, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'm not on board with him at this point, at least for the Texans. And then we have the... Oh, wow. Okay, New York Jets, go Derek Stingley. I'm cool with the Derek Stingley pick. I know some Jets fans aren't. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all aren't. Y'all don't like the idea. He hasn't really, He hasn't really had a healthy year since his freshman year. His sophomore year, while I thought he played better, he wasn't nearly as targeted as much, but you can make a case that maybe he was targeted more successfully in 2020. I think that's kind of up in the air. But then, yeah, 2021 was didn't play well against UCLA. I could get into that, but is what it is. I'll probably talk about it in my cornerback rankings video, which will probably be out in the next couple of weeks. But the Jets, yeah, their secondary was among the worst. While there's some promising pieces there, I think you still need to add to it. So I'm not against this pick whatsoever. But you do have KT on the board. I totally forgot about that. So maybe I'm against it a little. KT goes to the Giants, though. So I think, yeah, if you're kind of the Giants here at this pick, you can kind of get away with going KT because you know you're going to have your pick of whether it's a Kemikwanu or a Charles Cross at pick 7, because, even if Panthers take one of those guys, you're going to have one left over. So, yeah, no, this is kind of money. And then the Carolina Panthers, as we spoke about, go Charles Cross. Charles Cross, super athletic, probably among the best technique. He really, really improved this season. He really showed a better anchor after the season opener. So, yeah, I think he's a top 10 cat. Top 10 guy, top 10 dog, whatever the hell you want to call him. But yeah, Panthers, if you're not sold on the quarterback class, then go ahead, take a tackle. You need one. Tyler Linderbaum. So instead of Ikem Ekwonu, they go with Linderbaum. Wow. So they're like, you know what? Forget it. We're more high on the interior guy. So maybe Matt Pert gets some more love at right tackle. I think he deserves more playing time. I don't know why they weren't starting him more often this year. But Tyler Linderbaum, I like Linderbaum a ton. They do need to address the interior with the Gates getting hurt. Will Hernandez probably not coming back. Was it Shane Lemieux? Not particularly that good at. So. Yeah, I like it. This is the Falcons. There's pass rush. You could go with Kem, but you could go pass rush or you go wide receiver. So let's see what they do go here. They go pass rush. They go with George Karlaftis. Their pass rush it's a bottom 3 in the league. I think it might be the worst in all of football. So adding George Karlaftis would definitely help out with that. First quarterback off the board. Holy freaking moly. Let me close my door real quick because my wife just got home. But holy moly, Desmond Ridder being the first quarterback. Listen, in my last mock, I decided just to do the Aaron Rodgers trade with Denver because they're going to go quarterback. They're going to use this pick some way, somehow on a quarterback. That's what I believe, whether it's in the draft, whether it's through a trade. So Desmond Ridder being the top quarterback, though, it'll be interesting. He's going to need a good Senior Bowl. He's really going to need to look far more accurate than he had during his career there at Cincinnati. While he can make some special throws, which he had, I've said it in the Alabama game that I actually came away more impressed with Desmond Ridder. There's still wild inaccuracy, just not great anticipation on his throws, but he does got good arm. Like he does have good arm strength. Just needs to be more accurate. But yeah, Denver going quarterback again. At least that's the value. That's good positional value, I guess. The New York Jets go Garrett Wilson, so they go wide receiver. They don't go offensive line at all, which is fine. It's fine. You can address that in free agency. You can do that later on in the draft. Is what it is. I think George Fant was fine this year. Mekhi Becton comes back healthy. I really think probably the biggest weak link on that line was George Van Roden. So, yeah, no, Garrett Wilson, man. Grabbing Zach Wilson more weapons. Yes, please. Washington football team, they actually avoid quarterback. What? They go Sauce. Yo, let's read this. Washington needs a quarterback. Yes. But for the second season in a row, it might. Was Washington an it? Want to be they might? Well, it might not love the option at number 11, which is fair. Okay, that could be fair. I wouldn't have no problem taking Sam Howell here. Some of y'all love Sam Howell. Some of y'all like Sam Howell. Some of y'all hate Sam Howell. It's my take. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe that changes this week at Senior Bowl. I really don't think it's gonna, though. I really don't think it's gonna. Especially if you're comparing who he's up against Malik Willis. He's up against Bailey Zapp. I think between those three, he's going to showcase the better arm talent. And then, but Sauce grabbing corner is not a bad option here. Other positions, linebacker, safety. So, yeah. And then we got the Minnesota Vikings. I actually kind of like this, Nakobe Dean. I like the idea of the position because Anthony Barr is a free agent. And again, what Minnesota does, do they go full fire sale? Who knows? We don't know that just yet. But I like actually Devin Lloyd to replace Anthony Barr a bit more. But to be fair, it's going to be a new coaching staff. So maybe they'd be looking for something different. So Nakobe Dean could make sense here. But yeah, Nakobe Dean, man, he's interesting Well, I guess if Brian Flores comes to town, then Nakobe Dean actually would make a ton of sense. But Nakobe Dean is a phenomenal prospect, man. Really is. Size, length, not ideal, but guy plays strong, plays great in coverage, plays fast. And then we have Cleveland Browns. Will they continue to go receiver? Yes, they get Jameson Williams. He doesn't care about the ACL. I like that. I really think Jameson Williams can still go top 20. And in this case, he goes 13. The guy just moves different. Great stop and start ability. He's going to be such a downfield threat. So here he says the Browns had the right idea, connecting Baker with Odell, but for whatever reason, that connection just didn't work. So you're going to try it with someone else. Here on Williams, Jarvis Landry, projected not to be on the roster next season. So yeah, going receiver makes a lot of sense. Baltimore Ravens go with Ken Mkwanu. Forgot he was on the board. This is great value because I consider him he's probably going to be finished 6th or 7th overall on my board. I'm a big fan of Kem. Dane Brugler had him going number 1 overall. So this is an utter steal. And he's coming to a blocking scheme that I think he fits very, 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 very nicely. Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to go over both picks. Devin Lloyd, great pick scheme-wise. I've been a big fan of Devin Lloyd going to the Eagles. And then David Ajabo going to the Eagles as well. They get a nice young pass rusher who at least early can be a pass rushing specialist while, he kind of like becomes a better in the run game. They still have Brandon Graham on the roster. They have Sweat. So it's not like you have to start Ajabo right off the bat, or at least give him a ton of snaps. That's not necessarily what you have to do, but Jabo does have great upside, great length, great explosiveness. Then this pick is the Chargers. Trent McDuffie, dude, straight up, dude. This is just a great Brandon Staley pick. Like, it just feels like Trent McDuffie's meant to go to like a team like the Chargers, or if the Niners had a first-round pick, though he would not be available in this area. And then the New Orleans Saints, there goes Sam Howell. Man, I love Sam Howell. He's currently quarterback 1. We'll see how that shapes up starting tomorrow as we get into the big time practices. We kind of got walkthroughs today. Though walkthroughs, they do kind of like showcase their arm. That's where I fell in love with Jamie Newman. I mean, I wasn't like totally in love. I had like a 3rd round grade on him. And now he's not even on a practice squad, I think. Fun. But yeah, I think this might be the best alternative for the Saints to go. Like, it's just a cheap alternative. They could bring back Jameis if they don't want to start Howell right away, though. I think Howell is a guy you can start right away. But again, you do free agency before the draft, so you're going to kind of like dot your I's and cross your T's before you get here. So yeah, and just for now, you can do like a mini rebuild. I've kind of come around to that train of thought for the Saints, especially mainly because Sean Payton left. And then Drake London going to the Eagles. You still got Treylon Burks, who might be the better fit, but I mean, having Hurts throw downfield to London, phenomenal. This is great contested catch guy, 19 of 28 on contested catches. That's wonderful. What he can do after the catch is wonderful. Very crafty route runner. That's how he gets separation. He uses his body well. He gets physical with receivers. I love Drake London. He could go higher than this. And then Pittsburgh Steelers go Matt Corral. Don't mind the Steelers going QB. Y'all know, if you're not new to the channel, you know I'm just not high on Matt Corral. I think he might be a product of a very RPO-heavy system there with Lane Kiffin. I don't think his downfield accuracy is good compared to guys like Carson Strong, Sam Howell, even Kenny Pickett. But I mean, it's not bad. It's just I think it's just a notch below those guys. He doesn't have the upside of guys like Desmond Ridder and Malik Willis. He's a guy that was very much first read. If that's not open, panic, so. And you've seen him under pressure, especially like in the Alabama game where it wasn't great. Like, he wasn't doing anything to lose them the game, but he wasn't doing anything to win them the game either. Patriots go Andrew Booth. I actually kind of like them going corner at this pick because there will J.C. Jackson. Even if I don't think he leaves New England. I think they bring him back. Even if they do, getting cornerback depth is never the wrong answer. And we have the Las Vegas Raiders, Chris Olave. I mean, shoot, with Josh McDaniels in town, I think he would love a very creative route runner, a very just a guy with legit burners like Chris Olave. Olave kind of gets lost in this wide receiver class because we look at these guys like Drake London, like, oh my gosh, what a specimen at the contested catch. What a guy, what a great player after the catch. We look at a Treylon Burks whose speed and size is just mouth watering. Then Garrett Wilson's kind of like, for everybody, like the highest floor type of receiver. He's the most complete. And then even Jameson Williams, who just had a banger year, legit burner, so hard to stop. He kind of gets lost in the show, but he is a very quality receiver. So I think this is a good pick. Arizona Cardinals, yeah, they go Kenyon Green. Ooh, this one's a bit interesting. I mean, get an interior help. I mean, I think that's up on the, like that. That's definitely a place they could address. I thought Josh Jones did pretty well. He just needed to cut down on the penalties. But to be fair, this was his first time seeing significant time, so I think he could get better going in the future. They got Justin. Is it Pugh? I think they have him, but he's up there in years, ain't he? So, Kenyon Green's also a guy that could come in and play either tackle spot. Like, the versatility he gives a team is just phenomenal. So, like, yeah, I'd be willing to take him a lot higher than this. You look at guard, he's not just a guard. That's not fair. Roger McCreary. Ooh, here, hold up. I gotta go make my Senior Bowl video live for y'all. Publish. And there it is. Actually, I need to share this sucker too. Dang it. I'm doing this while recording. That's the busy type of day. I still got 2 more videos I need to record. East-West Shrine Bowl prospects that I've been liking. And then I also got to do another mock the mock for tomorrow. I'm telling you, man, this is a mamma mia. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Okay. Here we go. But I guess I could talk a little bit about this while I'm doing this. But Roger McCreary, I agree with the position. Grabbing more talent at corner would be nice. The only thing about Roger McCreary is you'll find out, if you haven't checked out, go check out my Senior Bowl weigh-in winners and losers. Talk about how McCreary came in with the worst length, 29-inch arms, and very close to 29, more so than close to 30. And sub 30-inch arms just hasn't really been successful in the NFL. There's like a couple of exceptions, but you don't shoot for the exception, You just don't do that. Roger McCreary's had a very productive year, but with that type of measurements, unless he like comes out and it doesn't matter none in the Senior Bowl, then like in one-on-one drills, then he's probably day 2 at this point, unfortunately. So hold on, just making sure y'all know it's up. Got to share it on the Twitske. And oh my gosh, do I not know how to use Twitter? I don't know how to use Twitter. Day 1 winners and losers. All right, let's go ahead and get to this next pick. All right. Kaiir Elam. Oh, man, he gets lost in the shuffle in this class, too, and I don't know why. I feel so bad for him. Like, I don't think he deserves to get lost in the shuffle. The dude's a very, very good prospect. He's got ideal length. He was on a bit of a down year, mainly because I would say because mainly because Penalties. There we go. But again, he's put up 3 years of fairly good, if not excellent, play in his career at Florida. They do have. Oh, never mind. They do have. Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. I had to check that out. Oh gosh, very busy day. But Levi Wallace is a free agent, so again, this is something that makes sense. As y'all see, Treylon Burks going to Tennessee. Like, listen, grabbing more size, a guy that might be like a lot. I've seen Treylon Burks compared to AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Chase Claypool was one I came up with, and Deebo Samuel. Getting a guy with his size that can actually stretch the field vertically too would be so nice. Add a another element. Dude, can you imagine pairing him in the slot? Like throwing him in the slot. AJ Brown, another guy that could play in the slot too. But having them with Julio Jones and like even Monson says it like, ooh, freaky. What else we got going? Jahan Dotson, pencil it in. I don't know. Things get a little bit interesting because the bad man's gone. The bad man is gone. No more Tom Brady. Listen, great career, Tom Brady. As a Dolphins fan, I respect you, but I'm so glad that my team never, ever has to lose to you again. So I don't know how this changes this pick. Jahan Dotson, maybe they grab someone who's an excellent separator because they don't have AB. Chris Godwin's likely gone in free agency, so this is a pick that a lot of people have penciled in, and I could say, me too. I've done it as well. Bernhard Raimann, I like Raimann coming here to the Packers. Doesn't necessarily have to start right away if they want to keep Jenkins on the outside, even with Bakhtiari returns, which he will return next year. Even if they want to keep Jenkins at right tackle, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Maybe you start Raimann or maybe another vet there at right tackle, because I think moving Jenkins back in, because they do have a lot of experience at the guard position right now in Runyon and Royce Newman. And Jenkins is just phenomenal. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But I like the idea of kind of like building for the future on that offensive line, whether that's the immediate future or whatnot. What else we got going? Miami Dolphins, Trevor Penning. I'm willing to take George Pickens here. I don't think there's any other receiver left on the board ahead of George Pickens, because we saw Garrett Wilson, we saw Drake London, we saw Treylon Burks, we saw Chris Olave, we saw Jameson Williams, we saw Jahan Dotson. So, yeah, no, I'd be willing to take him here. I get the idea of Trevor Penning, as long as they address offensive tackle or offensive line in general in free agency, I'm cool. Penning's not a guy you want to start from day one. Like, he's a bit raw in some aspects of his technique, footwork and whatnot, but he looks like a freak of an athlete at like, I think he came in measuring at 6'6", 221 or 321. So I get it. A lot of teams are really going to like that. Kansas City Chiefs, they go Cameron Thomas. I like this. Cameron Thomas, some people have penciled him into the first round. I don't know. I don't know if he's first round worthy, which that's not even fair to say. I just don't, he's not like doesn't have like freaky explosiveness. Like, he's very much so a very powerful edge setter that can power his way to through the line. But again, he would fall under, that's a spag guy. But I don't disagree with them going edge. Daniel Falele sneaking into the first. Daniel Falele is another guy that I wouldn't want to start from day one. And at that right tackle position, I might be tempted to start Falele ahead of like Isaiah Prince, or if they bring back, well, not Riley Reef. If you could bring back Riley Reef, but like, I think Falele, like, he's gonna be good. He, for a guy his size, he's not really a, hey, I'm gonna bury you. He's more of a, hey, try to get around me. He doesn't have that finish them mentality. But yeah, no, this is interesting to see Falele in the first round. And then Malik Willis, I noticed in my mock when I had Desmond Ridder here, I thought that was going to start more of an uproar. There were some people that didn't like it, which I understand. I'm not wild. I wouldn't take him in the first round, but I understand. You know, this is the second pick Detroit has in the first. It's at the end of the first. You get that fifth-year option. Why not swing for the fences and take a shot on one of the quarterbacks, especially mainly if it's a Desmond Ridder or a Malik Willis who has a very huge upside. In this case, the prospect I like better, Malik Willis, is here. So I actually like this. I like that pick. Overall, this mock, I didn't mind it. I thought it was fine. This was rich for me, but I mean, Cincinnati, like, I don't know. I don't know what else Cincinnati would do. Zion Johnson comes to mind. I'm trying to think. Like, where else would you go if you're Cincy, you know? Like, corner? What corner is left on the board in this case? Do you jump the gun on Kyler Gordon? Because I think the dude's going to have a great combine. What is there another corner left on the board? I can't remember. Sauce went, Booth went, McCreary went, Elam went, Stanley went. Is there a sixth guy? I might be forgetting. Trey McDuffie, he went. So yeah, no, I guess corners out of the question. Safety. If you don't bring back Bates, which I don't know why you wouldn't, I guess that could be in the running here. As a Dolphins fan, I'm indifferent. But overall, I think like the Kenny Green pick, I don't know if Cardinal fans would like that. Let me know, Cardinal fans. Let me know what you think. I like this mock. I think it was a good mock. Again, I understand I'm not going to see eye to eye where he has some of these guys ranked, but I'm not going to deny like I could see where he's going with a lot of these picks. Maybe the Minnesota pick might be the most jarring, which I think if the same coaching staff was in place, I might be more willing to make that the pick, but you know, that's yet to be seen. You know, if I'm watching a football team, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm pulling the trigger on a quarterback. I'm pulling the trigger. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. As always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.